Today we'll be reacting to Drake versus Kendrick, the whole story. Last time I was reacting to Drake versus Kendrick beef diss track, I realized I basically didn't understand most of the references. So in this video, hopefully it will help us gain the freaking knowledge to know maybe why did it started, how did it even happen, what's the meaning behind perhaps each song that they made about each other, the full meaning and bars.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake are two of the biggest rap artists in the world. Both of their individual successes tower over so many other artists combined, holding impressive catalogs of music in their own regard. But what would happen if the two of them decided to end each other's career?
Reincarnated, I'm a stargazer. Life goes on, honey, to her, my babies.
Well, to know about that, we need to go to the beginning.
Okay, we get to see their
Aubrey Graham was born October 24th. Whoa, not that far. No, the year is 2012.
Okay.
And after the success and arguably Drake's greatest album, Take Care, Drake goes on his Club Paradise tour and decides to bring along a little-known rapper featured on his Buried Alive interlude track, Kendrick Lamar.
This is my brother A$AP Rocky. This is my brother Kendrick Lamar.
They weren't just like slashing each other by the throat.
Now, in 2012, Kendrick is still a pretty unknown artist, only having released one mixtape and one album. So Drake bringing up this up-and-coming artist was a huge deal. But all that would change on October 22nd of that year when Kendrick Lamar would release this.
Okay. 2022.
Good Kid, Mad City.
2012.
12-tracked masterpiece telling a story of Kendrick Lamar's upbringing in Compton and the different struggles he had to go through around that time. Let's fast forward to 2013, where Kendrick is no longer an underground artist, being awarded MTV's 2013 Hottest MC and Best Male Hip-Hop Artist, with Good Kid, Mad City being considered the greatest album of all time. Drake and Kendrick's relationship was still pretty strong, with both artists celebrating each other's wins. But in August 14, 2013, Kendrick would release a song with Big Sean titled Control.
The spark before the flame?
This song became so massive and became Kendrick's verse, pushing Kendrick's career further than ever into the starlight for attacking industry idols such as Big Sean, J. Cole, and of course, Drake. And even though in this song he has verses like, I got love for you all, but he also has bars like, I'm trying to murder you and trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you, saying that Kendrick was coming for the crown and there was nothing that was gonna get in his way. Nobody seemed to have an issue about the song either. They knew this is what the rap game needed right now, except one person. Drake.
Nobody yelled out
Kendrick Lamar.
Are you listening to it now? It was one of those things. It's like I almost wish when it comes to competition, I'm more worried about little respect. I'm more worried about it's really fuck everybody than it needs to be fuck everybody.
Wait. So Control verse is where it all started. So basically, he dropped a Kendrick verse, but he's saying that he's the best on it. I didn't hear the song. To like really grasp what he's saying here, but from the video, it's basically saying that he's like coming for the crown, he's the best, and everybody is just like kind of chill, except one person, which is Drake. There's no name drops in the song, right? It's just like generalized. And Drake said, "Hey, if you're gonna say fuck everybody, then fuck everybody." I see their 2 points. I can't lie. I see their 2 points. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can see it. I feel like it's more like you choose what to do in the situation. You either don't take it too hard, or you feel like, okay, wait, hold up. You said that about everybody. Oh, okay, I'm part of everybody. So now what? You know, I think it comes down to perspectives for this. It really is.
October 6, 2023. Now at this point, both artists are extremely successful. While both artists would have their instances of beef, both artists were more focused on their individual successes, with Kendrick having a grand total of 5 studio albums, covering topics such as the struggle of duality and awakening, wickedness or weakness, and being a damaged person. We also had Drake, with 10 studio albums under his belt, focused more on trying different styles of music, rather than trying to send a single message to the world. So how did all this beef start? Music, rather than trying to send a single message to the world. So how did all this beef start? For that, we need to focus on Drake's most recent album, For All the Dogs, collaborating with people such as Yeet, Bad Bunny, and of course, J. Cole on track 6, First Person Shooter, where we would get our first reference back to Kendrick with lines.
Oh, wait.
J. Cole's saying how in the rap game we have 3 best of the best, and in his case, it's J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. J. Cole saying that him and Kendrick were the best was nothing out of the ordinary. So what happened? For that, let's fast forward to March 22nd, 2024.
Oh, wait, hold on.
happened?
So what
For
happened?
That, let's fast forward to March 22nd, 2024.
2024.
Where Metro
This
Boomin
all
and
started.
Future would drop their highly anticipated album, We Don't Trust You.
So 2024 is like the explosive era.
17-track collaborative album with Metro Boomin providing the beats and so many rappers providing their voice,
Right.
such as The
We Don't
Weeknd,
Trust
Playboy
You.
Cardi, and the one
Ooh, The
that
Weeknd,
stood out from the
Playboy Cardi.
rest,
Hold up.
Kendrick Lamar.
What? I wanna see this whole album. Wait, that's
Kendrick had a lot
that.
to say in this song, throwing shots at both J. Cole and Drake
I
with
love-
bars like
Sneak this and first person shooter.
and
Motherfuck the big 3.
God.
It's just big meat.
Me.
and
For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. He gon' see Pet Cemetery.
referencing back to
Ayy.
First Person Shooter, where J. Cole would call them the big 3, but Kendrick shoots back explaining there's only one above the rap game, and it's him. As well, Kendrick throws thesis to
He
Drake's
stood
album
on
and
it.
persona. Now, this sparked a fire in the rap community, with people asking, why is everyone all of a sudden having a vendetta against Drake? Let's move away from
Right.
this and fast forward to 2 weeks from that point, to April 5th. With the
month
release
later.
of J. Cole's mixtape, Might Delete Later. This mixtape seems normal until you reach track 12, 7-minute drill, where J. Cole would respond to Kendrick's diss saying, J. Cole claiming that Kendrick's discography is all over the place, saying that this record was gassed up, and this record was not at the level it should be. Now, a lot of people were not a huge fan of this record, but we would soon find out why.
I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. Bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like, Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I.
J. Cole would soon delete the record off the face of the earth.
Throughout some lines, I'm pretty sure that he said that, oh, like, you know, I didn't want to do this, but you kind of make me. Like, if you're gonna diss me, I'm gonna diss back. The thing about that is, like, J. Cole, bro, fuck all that shit. Fuck that. You know, stand on it, bro. If you're gonna hate, you should stand on it. I feel like people that stand on it, on their opinions, is like it's funnier.
And explains how he has nothing but love for his brothers, and drops out of the fight. Now, let's put our focus back to Drake. What did Drake do? For that, we need to fast forward to April 13th, where Twitter would go crazy over this leaked song by Drake, titled Push-Ups.
Push-ups pretty good.
Round 2. You better go in on this track. That's all I know.
Wow.
Every second of that.
The main theme of this record being high jokes, as Drake starts saying to Kendrick,
Yeah, he's making fun of his
And-
high a lot.
as Drake put the album cover to this record as Kendrick's shoe size. He's also making fun of Kendrick for following his label's orders to release music, with Kendrick
Right,
having
we
to
saw
give them
that.
50% of all the earnings.
Yeah.
It's
like Taylor Swift.
People fell in love with this record, claiming that whatever Kendrick was cooking up had to be levels above the energy Drake put into this one.
Okay.
And while most would have thought that Drake would have just waited, after a lack of response from Kendrick, Drake would release a secret track titled Tailor Made Freestyle only 6 days later on April 19th. Up to this point, the records have been aimed to multiple people, but Tailor Made Freestyle was aimed directly at Kendrick, with the name of the record
Somebody said like it's not AI, it's actually Drake singing it, and then they Drake singing it, and they turn his voice into like Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Isn't that still AI?
on how he's in the mercy of his label and forced to make music for people like Taylor Swift. With Drake having an AI replica of both Drake's biggest role models and biggest legends from the West Coast, Tupac and Snoop Dogg, trying to get into his head by having Tupac and Snoop send motivational messages to Kendrick.
Kendrick, we need ya, the West Coast savior. This Canadian light-skinned doc, we need to know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me.
Saying as Tupac, he would have handled it way better than Kendrick is up to this point. These records would hold their ground for a decent amount of time, for a lot of people favoring Drake for the disses he threw. Now, let's go just 2 days later to April 21st, when everything would change.
Wait, what?
Whoops,
Wait, what?
This is It's irrelevant.
Kanye
no,
West?
Let's move on to April 30th, when we would finally get Kendrick's response to everything, with a almost 7-minute diss track cut up into 3 parts titled Euphoria. Here, Kendrick plays the role of a therapist and dissects all of Drake's personas, with his radio-friendly pop songs and how he's a huge liar, with the beginning line.
My man said everything they say about me is true.
You're not a rap artist.
Whoa, hold on. Everything they say. Wait. Oh, that was like the beginning noise. Like I didn't know what it is, but it's basically the reverse of the first line. What? That's crazy. I would love to go back to 2024 just to hear this. Like, just to, like, see the timeline and see Drake going at Kendrick. Because at the end of the day, even though they had beef with each other and stuff like that, they're dropping some fire freaking music.
My man said everything they say about me is true.
You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with a hopes of being accepted.
Explaining that Drake doesn't deserve to be in the rap culture, as he's more of an actor than anything. Since Kendrick makes music to inspire and to innovate, Drake makes music for hits, not being a good influence to his child and the people who look up to him by saying,
I make music that electrify.
How many of this is true?
That pacify. You're a master manipulator
crazy.
And a habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me. And I
so
won't tell truth about you.
And on how his raps are the only thing
Those
he's got from himself,
Sliler.
and neglects all other aspects in his life.
Oh shit, I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that.
And then he's making fun of his accent.
We also hear on how Kendrick is bothered on how Drake loves to keep this look on how he came up from a tough upbringing, when Kendrick actually lived through that life, and on how he's infatuated with rapping hard instead of
You know, how many of these is actually truth though? I feel like everybody sit down and debunk like verses by verse, bar for bar. But by the way, not sure you're able to get into reacting to the song due to the abundant requests. But Kendrick had a song in 2017, The Heart Part 4. Wait, Kendrick has a song called The Heart Part 4, but Drake dropped Heart Part 6. What? Wow, I just learned something.
His radio hits by saying,
How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
And then Kendrick flat out explains the reason why he doesn't like Drake.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak diss.
Now, both artists have dropped their disses with them having their own jaw-dropping bars, and gave fans an opportunity to dissect both records bar for bar to see who lyrically came up on top. That was until 3 days later on May 3rd, Kendrick would drop 616 in LA.
Can we get a nice lead? 616, I don't understand most of it.
With
So
this title having a lot of meaning, with it being a direct reference to Drake's series of music, Tupac's birthday, Father's Day in Canada, and an indirect Bible verse from the book of Proverbs that speaks on hate. The song begins by having Kendrick saying, a direct reference to Drake's song Survival, where he talks on having a near-death experience from being in the streets, with Kendrick mocking the name of the song for this fake persona that Drake has been building. Throughout the song, Kendrick speaks on having a beautiful life with money, morals, and culture, while Drake is always fishing for that check to come in, and always wanting more and more money by saying,
Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. Angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace.
And more importantly, Kendrick points out that he has insights in OVO, and what really goes on in there by saying,
have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to 100 that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty.
Emphasizing that Drake has moles in OVO that would rather see him dead than to see him succeed, and are
now that I look back into the bars, like you could clearly see how he's like making fun of Drake. I don't know Drake upbringing, but we could assume that, I guess, in his song, like he's talk about like the survival song. I mean, we never heard of it, but maybe he probably like said something about his upbringing is pretty harsh. And then Kendrick over here said, hey, if you were to grow up some like through harshness, you would have had street smart, but you don't. Like now I'm looking back into it, it makes a lot more sense. Even though I probably grasp about like 40% of what's happening. Also because of this video is very helpful. Speak about his whole existence because I guess because he's Canadian, so I think Kendrick also used that into like maybe the verse because like his background. I need to look into like Drake biography to know more, but for Kendrick, I do know after reacting to Good Kid, Mad City that he grew up from like Compton, which is like a very violent whatever city, like crimes, whatever you could think of, I guess.
Feeding Kendrick all this information. 616 in LA was released at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that day, but in the following hours, Drake was ready to end it by releasing Family Matters around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, alongside a 7-minute music video where Drake is seen crushing the van on the cover of Kendrick's album, Good Kid, Mad City. Family Matters is cut up into 3 sections and sees Drake getting more aggressive as the beat seems to switch. The record begins by having Drake do exactly what Kendrick said no one wanted to hear anymore.
We don't wanna hear you say no more. Stop.
And is a direct sequel to the song Push Ups as it begins where the song ended.
Keep it PG.
Family Matters is really focused on Kendrick's romantic life. Blame me on how Kendrick
Honestly, I'm so sorry. My ranking for Family Matters should have been higher. I feel like the second time I listened to it, I was like, damn, this beat switches are actually so freaking fire, bro.
PG. Family Matters is really focused on Kendrick's romantic life. Claim me on how Kendrick is a wannabe saint for all his people, but is yet married to Whitney, a mixed woman, by saying,
You the black messiah wiping up a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. Get out woman know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens.
Who as well gets attacked in the song, claiming that she has been abused by Kendrick and has been sleeping with Dave Free, Kendrick's longtime friend and co-founder of PG Lang, by writing.
This is like mess up, bro.
Is this self-defense 'cause she bigger than you?
Bro, is this true? I think
Now, Drake thought that this would be the end of Kendrick as
how we
fans
got
began
this
to
intel?
praise the song as it came out with bar after bar, and it was the end. For about 30 minutes, where around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Kendrick without warning dropped Meet the Grams, a 6.5-minute song with it being written in the form of a letter, with each verse being addressed to a different member of Drake's family, warning them and telling them how horrible of a person Drake really is. But first, let's focus on this album cover, which is a zoomed-out full-screen image of what was shown in 616 in LA's Maybach glove, showing us his belongings such as receipts and medical prescriptions. The song is cut up into 5 sections speaking to 5 different people. First, Drake's son, Adonis, who Drake got exposed of having back with his beef with Pusha T. In it, Kendrick is apologizing to Adonis for having such a horrible man as a father, and how he doesn't have to follow into his footsteps by saying,
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. I'm sorry that you gotta go up and then stand behind him. Let me be your mentor. Since your daddy don't teach you shit.
Next is to Drake's parents, both Sandra and Dennis, who Drake speaks on frequently in their song Sandra Rose, and Dennis being on the cover of Drake's 2017 album More Life, where Kendrick has them both sat to have a conversation on how they're to blame for Drake being the way that he is in lines.
You raised a horrible person, the nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. Just like him should die.
Telling them both what's really going on inside of OVO.
Got offenders on OVO that he keep on the monthly allowance.
And
we gotta raise our daughters knowing his predators like
after we have Kendrick speaking to Drake's 11-year-old daughter, apologizing her for Drake being an absentee father, and only focuses on his music and women by saying,
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much but his music, yeah, that's for sure. Yes, he's a hit maker, songwriter, superstar, right? And the fucking dead beat that should never say more life.
Finally, Kendrick addresses Drake directly, but not dissing him, but more putting him in the position of help, saying that he can do better and shining light on some issues with lines like,
You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting, women problems, therapy's a lovely start.
And then flat out tells Drake everything he's been lying about, showing that this beef has nothing to do with Drake the rapper, but more of Drake the person. With bars.
Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. Rap battle. It's a long life battle with yourself.
With Kendrick not having 4 diss tracks.
This track is just like so genuinely insane for like a standby diss track, you know? Like Drake songs that he made, like, you know, it's good, it's cool, I love them. But like when it comes to like this song for a diss track, I'm just over here jaw drop. Like everything he say, you like damn, bro, what the fuck did Drake do to Kendrick, bro? Did he like set the world on fire or something like that? No, he mentioned his wife, right? The previous song, and then boom. Okay, yeah, you want to talk about me, my wife, and the manager? I'm gonna kill you. He said in the song, I wish people like him should die. Like, holy shit. You know, like when I see that line, like there's no need to understand. You see that line, you're like, oh fuck. And then he's talking about the parents that raised like basically a monster. I'm like, oh fuck. And then he's talking about how like, oh, I'm sorry to all these women for, you know, dealing with this guy. I was like, oh fuck. And then every time the when he said Dear Adonis, I was like, yeah, I already know this shit gonna be like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for Drake. It's gonna be bad for Drake. Do I believe in any of the words that Kendrick say? I don't know. I don't know. If it's true, it's just like so crazy, but I think it's just Kendrick views too, and it's just like, oh my god. Like I felt like what Drake said was like disrespectful in the previous song, but it's not like I wish people like you should die. Like that's a crazy line. I remember feeling uneasy after the first time I heard this shit. This track kind of crazy. I know, I just felt like I'm scared. Like I felt like if this song was directed to me, I would just, y'all would never see me again. Being there when this was released was really a mind fuck, because the fact Kendrick had Drake belongings make the audience really felt like Kendrick worked with people from Drake's team. You know, he did mention like, you don't think OVOs work with me, and OVOs is like what, like Drake group of people. Feels like Kendrick is, it's like this like bug on Drake's skin. Like he's just like, it feels like he just be watching his move from within the wall. That's how it feels. It's like scary. Also, it was confirmed that the items on the Meet the Gram cover art was from Drake Dad's suitcase. No way. No way. No, what? What? It's so funny how Drake after this just said, can somebody find my daughter? Like, bro. Oh shit. Wait, can somebody find my daughter? Wait, so do we know how many kids Drake has? Honestly, I didn't even know like Drake has kids when I first listened to it. It's kind of like shocking. I guess I didn't really show that, but like, I was like, damn, Drake got kids? When? And then I think because Drake looks so young all the time, I don't really take a good look at him, but I feel like he's like a vampire. Like he lives on forever. I feel like he looked the same today versus 10 years ago. So like to me, he never aged. But like realistically, how old is he? I mean, we can take a, let's search it up real quick. Oh, he's almost 40. Oh my god. How many kids he has? Oh wait, guys, on Google it's just Adonis. What the heck? Is the daughter confirmed? Wait, on Google said he only got one son. Oh, so the daughter isn't confirmed. Alright, got it. So it's not a fact, but Adonis is a fact. The fact that no one knows for sure how many kids he has is a funny part. I guess we'll never know.
X and Drake having 3, you were able to make a fair comparison between both artists, with Drake hitting more of the punchy one-liners and Kendrick going for the more lyrical embodiment, until the following day, when Kendrick would surprise drop Not Like Us, a West Coast inspired song, with the cover having 12 sex offender pins over Drake's mansion. The song would take a slight turn from the previous songs released by Kendrick. Here, the record takes a more upbeat approach, with the shots being less understandable to the public eye, having it being more focused on being a love letter to Compton, hence the name Not Like Us, and continues with a series of accusations and metaphors that paint Drake as weak, untrustworthy, and a pedophile by having lines like,
I hear you like I'm young. Oh wait, I can't hear it. I guess he cut it out for copyrights maybe. Wait, I got you guys. Here, I'll sing it.
and a pedophile by having lines like,
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sis from him. Trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor.
predator accusations on Not Like Us don't only stop at Drake, as Kendrick continues to accuse everyone inside of Kendrick questions Drake's authenticity inside of his raps, name dropping other artists saying that Drake got his name through them. When he
You call Future win? You didn't see the club? Lil baby help you. Get your what up? 2 Chainz. Oh, get your language up? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied.
became the certified stamp for a lot of people, as it was able to keep a catchy flow while still being able to hold itself strong as a track. So what did Drake do after being attacked?
Have you watched Not Like Us music video? No.
So violently? For that, let's jump to the very next day.
I was like, okay, Drake, what are you gonna do after this? Because like, damn, Kendrick just went all out. He went crazy. Drake, now what? Let's go.
Drake would drop The Heart Part 6, a clear reference to Kendrick's The Heart series that would tease his albums to come, with the song cover being a comment left by Dave Free, who Drake again has rapped on before, and raps again here by saying,
why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave?
Allegations.
I miss the morale. You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child.
Drake telling Kendrick that the information that was given to him was something that Drake and his team came up with to purposely feed to him by rapping.
We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation.
Saying that the daughter that Kendrick wrote to in Meet the Grams was something that was made up and given to Kendrick to see if he runs with it. As well goes over the album cover from Meet the Grams saying,
even the picture you use, jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. That's the manipulator, you bid on a speculation.
Here Drake cleared up his name through the lyrics by going through each point that Kendrick wrote about, mainly about him being with underage girls, and goes on his rap saying this.
Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was f***ing young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message.
And
only f***ing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never looked twice at no teenager.
People found this one of the weaker disses, as it seems more of a plead case than an actual diss to Kendrick, with some subpar lines on him raising the white flag, saying that he doesn't want to diss Drake anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, this was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor.
But now we're at the point where every diss track is out. That's 9 tracks spanning from March 22nd to May 5th, 2024. But how did Kendrick decide to respond to Drake's most recent diss? For that, let's move along to June 19th.
More!
It's been quiet in the Drake/Kendrick front since the Hard Part 6, but Kendrick would not drop another track on June 19th, but a pop-out event called Ken and Friends in LA, not only to perform, but to bring together the culture of LA all together in one place, showing how strong LA culture is, not only for hip-hop, but as a city. Here, Kendrick cements his place as the king of the West Coast, and brings together some of the biggest West Coast rappers into one place, with people like Mustard, Dr. Dre, Steve Lacy, Tyler the Creator, as well members of the Black Hippie. Healing and unity were the main objectives here at the pop-out, overshadowing any disses, but Drake's role as a common adversary helped achieve that unity, singing each song from his side of the disses to singing Not Like Us 5 times during the pop-out. This left everyone feeling like the diss had been settled with Drake, no longer saying anything, and that's how it would stay until the 4th of July, when Kendrick would release a music video to one of the biggest hits from the disses, Not Like Us, which begins by showing us a snippet of an unreleased track, speaking on how Drake appeared to have killed Kendrick, but here he is, reincarnated.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies.
We also see Compton City Hall, which we know Kendrick is from. The music video is filled with homages to the city and is a love letter to his people and culture, showing that it would never die. Having LA legends show
I haven't watched Not Like Us the video though. Oh my god. Wait. We might react to Not Like Us freaking video. Hold on. Oh my god, this is like a spoiler. Sorry if you had said this before, but have you watched Kendrick's 2025 Super Bowl performance? No, I haven't, but I have like seen the news about it. On TikTok. But have I seen like the entire performance and all the stuff like that? No, I don't really watch Super Bowl performance. So I don't really watch football in my house. I'm more like on computer all the time. So yeah, there we go. I gotta tell you, Kendrick name dropped Drake's name in it, so kind of crazy. No way. Damn. Wait, if he name dropped in the Super Bowl, Drake. I mean, I hope Drake doesn't have any like favorite like Super Bowl like team or whatever. Or sorry, football. What the fuck? I would have been so annoyed because like, damn, you took me to Super Bowl. Isn't that like one of the biggest events in like America? He said that shit in front of like millions of people, bro. He said that in front of like a bunch of like people that even know what's going on. That is crazy. That has to be like a winning feeling for Kendrick, in my opinion. I mean, to each of their own. It's just like the thing is like he dropped a diss track and then he gets to go to in the Super Bowl, right? It's like damn, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, it just feel like I know Kendrick was like laughing in his Lamborghini, bro, because like with his diss track at the Super Bowl, he has 27 Grammys. Not Like Us received 5 Grammys. Damn, I didn't think that it got 5 Grammys, bro. What is everybody's reaction to Not Like Us getting 5 Grammys? Not only that, but like everybody's singing. So we all jamming Not Like Us. We were all jamming Not Like Us. Yeah. No, can you imagine how Drake feels if you were in his shoes? Like, I'm just imagining how Drake would feel right now. He'd probably feel like shit. Or that he doesn't care, but I mean, hey. Everybody singing unison? Oh, nah. If I'm Drake, if everybody's singing unison, Not Like Us at the Grammys, I'm writing each person's name down. I'm never seeing them again. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna be like, huh, who's that? Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift. I'm gonna write in my like dead notebook. I'm gonna write it in my dead note. Taylor Swift. And then whatever line after that. And then who's next? And I'll be like, huh? Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. In my dead note. Who else? Who's singing? Whoever's singing all my ops. You all my ops, you're singing. That's how I'm gonna move if I'm Drake. Who else? Beyonce vibing? Okay, not too much on Queen Beyonce. Hey, not too much. Fuck it! Beyonce. Oh my god. That's how, if I was Drake, I would move like that 100%. 100% I would move like that. Not sure if someone commenting this on your YouTube already, but Drake is the executive producer of the Netflix series Euphoria. Really? And the show actually premiered on June 16. 6/16? Wow! Oh my god. What? Wait, I did comment it on that though. I think in the video I said like, no. When I saw Euphoria, I swear to God, I said, does this relate to your Euphoria show? Oh, maybe not, right? And then I keep going. I mentioned that. Why did nobody say anything? What the heck? You guys can go check the video right now. I swear on everybody in the chat live. On your live, your mama live, on everybody in the chat. I swear I mentioned it. I didn't know they relate. That's why it's called Euphoria. And the definition. What the fuck? Drake kind of dabble his toes in every industry though. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's a show producer. He's like, you know, sometimes you don't even know. There's bars I don't even know and I'm 27. Okay, that actually made me feel a lot better. Like, genuinely, I thought I was like stupid. I mean, maybe some stuff like didn't catch right away, but hey, I'm trying.
In the music video, like Tommy the Clown, DeMar DeRozan, Mustard, and so many others. The music video also doesn't fail to send jabs at Drake, as it's filled
We haven't even finished this video. Oh my god. I'm gonna play this now.
with hidden meaning and messages towards him. For example, we have Kendrick and Drake's look from his mixtape Dark Lane demo tapes, full speed towards him before being pulled away from his aura. Kendrick dancing over a game of hopscotch, this hand movement, which is a callback to Drake that does this on a live with a young girl. Kendrick hitting a piñata of the OVO owl, and him locking up the owl at the end. We also get Day Free in this music video with Kendrick, which has been a main issue throughout the disses but has been cleared up now. Then cut to seeing Kendrick's family with Whitney.
Wait. Oh, he's explaining not like us the metaphor. Wait, no. We can't watch this. We can't finish this. This is like spoiling. But do you guys think I was able to spot? Nah, I feel like I wouldn't. Fuck. Never mind. I'm just keep watching.
And his 2 children, clearing the claim that Drake was throwing onto her, as she's seen here dancing with him and their children.
She's beautiful.
And then showing the city dancing and singing along to the song, showing that the city is united as one. But this is where the story ends. Kendrick got to show a side of Drake that needed to be seen and sheds more light on this culture. And Drake got to exercise and get that pen work in. Each person got to show more of themselves through these raps and let fans decide who won this beef. But who knows? This could only just be the beginning.
So shut your whole ass up and make some drums.
Who won this beef in the comment? Let's look at the comment. Drake, haha, you short. K-Dot apologized to Drake's son that his father gave birth to his father. His grandfather gave birth to his grandfather. Bro, I'm telling you. I'm saying, bro, Kendrick kind of took it to hell. Drake, you're raising another man's kid. Kendrick, hold up. Let me raise yours too. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Grammy, nah, I'm gonna do fine. J. Cole didn't dodge a bullet. He dodged a horse. Hey, low-key though, you know, I'm taking back my comment about J. Cole. I really do. Now, I think I overestimate the fact that Kendrick could have added him to Imagine, like Meet J. Cole Families or something. And it's about J. Cole. Okay, heck no. Yeah, I think he did the right decision of dropping out. Some could call him like, oh, you're like a coward. You don't stand on shit. You know what? I'm saying he's surviving. I'm saying he's a survivor. I think J. Cole did what he should do. And hey, if they took it to hell, I'm out, right? So I respect that. We might have different opinions about artists, but everyone agrees you're butt at League. First of all, fuck you. Second of all, I could destroy you in League of Legends. Matter of fact, I could destroy you in any game. Ho. It's really refreshing to see a new hip-hop fan in years, like a lie. Oh shit, let's go. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna do more streaming. I'm gonna drop more videos on YouTube. So make sure to follow me if you guys haven't already. So have your notification on because the next video is gonna be on Kendrick Lamar. Alright. Bye guys. Woo!